Welcome to tutorial on EU4. I am Liquidor. Alright, today we're going to talk about The Rights of Man DLC expansion. It was released October 11th, 2016 alongside patch 1.18. I would give this a high recommendation to acquire. So, let's play. The Coptic religion here gets a little bit boost, but it also has this little blessing button or so back here, where if it for each of these little holy sites that it has, you can choose an additional blessing. So we'll start with that one for here. So for each site controlled by a Coptic nation, you can get an additional blessing. You can get 5 in total, which are all these. So if you can get all of them, you will have a very easy time as a Coptic nation, or you'll have a better time as a Coptic nation. Fetish nations get cults, which are dependent upon who's nearby, I believe. So we get one of these two. True Faith is really good. How much of this is territory is ours? Yep. True Faith is really good. Discipline for armies is really nice. Revolutionary governments have a whole new faction system to deal with, or the faction system to deal with. Each of them has a little boost in modifier depending on who gets control. Prussia gets a whole new type of government system here, where they can increase their militarism. For militarism, they get army tradition and legitimacy, but at the same time, they lose it for having a bigger country, which is kind of counterintuitive, in my opinion. With vassals now, you have a more controlled approach when you want them to do stuff. Like, I want you to siege, I want you to be defensive and such. And no focus. If you select, you can just do that, get them off the focus. And such. One really good thing about the Rights of Man is the consort. If you have a king, you'll have a queen consort. If you're a queen, you have a king consort. Basically, what happens with the consort is, so they take over the country when there's either no heir or the heir is too young. So you have less time for a regency or less chance of a regency. And as all EU4 players know, prior to playing this, having a regency was one of the worst things that could happen to your country, as you would spend 1 month to 15 years not being able to declare war. Oh yeah, also there's this trait system. When your king is 15 years old, or the leader is 15 years old, or consort is 5 years into being consort, they gain a trait. I believe this is 10 and this is 25. So it's 5, 10, 25. So 15 years old, 10 years ruling, 25 years ruling. So the heir does not get additional traits until he actually is in the ruling position. Generals also get traits depending on whether they do combat or not. A few other things to talk about is this thing, abdicate, which says my king is gone if you don't want him. Another one is get rid of your heir, disinherit. There's also debase your currency, which gives you some money at the risk of corruption. Oh yeah, right. Strengthen government. If your legitimacy is below 100, you can press this to gain more legitimacy. at the cost of military points. You can get up for 100 military points, 10 legitimacy. So, yeah. The final thing to talk about is the fact that no, not the fact. Well, it is fact, but that the Ottoman Empire gets harm events in terms of their consort. So they'll have harms, a series of harm politic events and options. Oh yeah, before I forget, great powers. Great powers are this little button here. They have this little tab to look at them. But most importantly, they have great power actions. Take on foreign debt means you pay off someone's loan, series of loans. Influence nation, you get opinion for them at the value of, you get opinion and they get monarch points. We also get trust, and they get money at the cost of some money from us. So we will drop like 200 gold in order to get this. Alright, and intervene in war. So like Prussia's over here is at war with someone. We could go, hey, we'll join you. Well, we would join Austria here. Yeah, in a war against France. Right? We so yeah. To there, intervene in war. Can intervene in the war. You can intervene in the war when there are a non-even number of great powers. So if there were two great powers on this side and one great power on this side, you could intervene. And finally, there's break alliance, which says, hey, I don't want you to be aligned with that one guy, and reasons they won't. And you'll lose. They will lose when you tell them to do that. They lose 5 trust, and you lose if they don't accept, you lose prestige. And that's it for the Rice Man.